Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're going to be cooking in the shop. It's important after a long day of work, pulling an engine, building something, cutting yourself on dull razor blades, that you have a good hearty meal for you and your crew at the end of the day. So today we're cooking Chicken Alfredo with the help of a bunch of stuff that we found at Harbor Freight. A few of the things we found: they got cool cutting boards, cool Rambo knife, cool machete. The welding gloves are really good for oven mitts. They have a meat thermometer, don't know why. A really cool ceramic knife sharpener. Now, we bought this thinking that we were going to have to use it on their knives that they have. Don't need it. These things were super sharp right out of the box. And they also have cast iron cookware. Now, I'll tell you one thing about cast iron. If you ever cooked with it before, you know you got to season it or everything's going to stick to it. These are fresh out of the package, so just forewarning, might have some sticky pots at the end of this. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing you want to do when you're cooking chicken Alfredo is you want to get your water boiling, get your noodles in there, get your broccoli in there. Those things take the longest. The chicken doesn't take too long. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take some of our broccoli, get this out of the way. And broccoli is super easy. When you buy it like this, where it's pre-cut, it's not full stalks, all you got to do is just pull the little broccoli trees off. Actually, hand me the colander. Go ahead and start that water. So what we're going to do with the broccoli, we're going to steam it. Thanks, sir. And we're using the largest of the cast irons to boil the water. Basically, it makes a double boiler. And we're just going to steam the broccoli. You'll know your broccoli is done when it turns basically bright green or neon green. And broccoli should not be smushy. Broccoli should still have a little bite to it. I really don't know how much of this broccoli we need. How much broccoli do y'all want?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Well, we'll do
All of it.
all the broccoli. Yeah. The mechanic likes broccoli. Now, you can also save yourself a whole bunch of time and effort and just buy some steamer broccoli, and that's like in the frozen section. And that stuff you just stick in your microwave for like 10 minutes and it comes out perfect every time. But we are trying to do fresh just to show you that you can cook in your shop. Alright, so while that's going, we also need to get the noodles ready. We're using 1 pound of I call them penne noodles. That's not what they're called. They're called penne. I just like to be fun with it. With chicken Alfredo, most people use linguine or something like that. I use penne in everything now. It's forkable, doesn't make a mess. That's what I like. So that's what we're using. But really, when it comes to noodles, here you go. You just throw that in the water bucket over there. When it comes to noodles, it really doesn't matter. There's a bunch of different types of noodles: ziti, rigatoni, penne, linguine, angel hair. It comes down to your personal preference. That's one of the points that I want to make about cooking. Following recipes, making things how other people make them, that's how other people like them. In the kitchen, just like in the shop, the tools you use and the food and the ingredients that you use, it's all about your preference. So if you don't like garlic, don't put garlic in it. Who cares that someone told you that it tastes better that way? It's what you like. So I like penne noodles. I also like a whole bunch of garlic. So we'll be putting both of those in there. Now for the chicken, I've already cut up a bunch of this stuff because we realized y'all probably don't want to see me just cut up chicken. But I did want to at least cut up one to show y'all, in my opinion, the better way of cutting chicken. So we're using the Harbor Freight, I think it's a survival knife, Rambo knife, don't know. Be careful, this thing comes super sharp. But when you're cutting your chicken, chicken like wood has grain in it. All meat has grain in it. And if you want to cook your chicken quickly and have it not hard or chewy or anything like that, you want to cut it on what's called the bias. And the bias is basically like a 45-degree angle. You just go across the chicken just like that. down at an angle, and what that does is that cuts through all the different layers of the grain and helps the chicken break apart and be more, well, not rubbery. That's the best way I can put it. And if you don't want to do that, you can cube it, you can julienne it, you can do whatever you want to it. Like I said, it's your food, but just quick tip on the bias, and do it thin so it cooks quickly. That keeps all the juices in the chicken, and it makes the chicken a lot more succulent, is a good word to use. So just to show you how that is, you just kind of put your hand on here, and if you rest your knife on the back side of your fingers, that'll pretty much give you the angle you want. And what you get out of it is you get nice, wide, thin pieces. So they'll cook quickly, but it's through the grain, and it'll have nice, delicious chicken. Now for herbs and spices, you can use, like I said, whatever you want. Chicken Alfredo is a heavy dish, but it's not a very spicy dish in any way. So we limit, when I do it, to parsley, salt, pepper. You can get the Italian pre-mixed stuff that has like rosemary and thyme and basil and stuff in it. That stuff's pretty good. I use it from now and again. My grocery store, when I was going in there, was out, so we are not going to use it for this one, but rosemary is always nice. If you do use rosemary, throw it in the pan when you're doing your garlic, when you're roasting your garlic down, to help the seeds break up a little bit. I think they're seeds. I really don't know. The shoots, I guess, but it'll help bring out the essence of that rosemary. So yeah, so that's all you got to do on your chicken. And on your garlic, 1 full clove of garlic. You can chop it, you can put it in a press. We'll show you on the B-roll that we used the machete to cut up our garlic. It worked okay, and the machete isn't the best garlic thing in the world. But yeah, so we're just going to wait for that to boil. And while that's going, I'm going to take a seat and start talking about this knife, because it's pretty awesome. Let's set this up to the side. Alright, while I got you here, there's a few points that I did want to make in this video that I've been keeping in my head, and I don't know where they belong in the video, but I just want to point out that cooking is an important thing for you to know how to do. It is all about surviving, right? So, zombie apocalypse, any kind of apocalypse, your significant other leaves you and that person was doing all the cooking, it's important that you need to know how to cook. And cooking is simple at its core. You don't need to go be a professional chef. It's really just throwing a bunch of ingredients in a pot, pan, oven, whatever, and cooking them to the right temperatures and for the right amount of time. So it's important to cook. We'll teach you a few things along the way, but don't shy away from it just because it doesn't seem manly or any of those stupid what is those things called? The
Cliché?
Cliches. Any of those stupid cliches. The wife's place isn't in the kitchen. Every person's place is in the kitchen. So just remember that. And realize that Harbor Freight sells pretty much everything you need to cook. The only thing they don't sell, which totally broke my heart, was a gas burner.
Or a spatula.
Or a spatula. So yeah, so we're using the Quinn putty knife for our spatula. And it works pretty good. But we're just having some fun with this, using some silly tools for this. But it's to the point that we're in the middle of our shop right now. We have a 2-burner camping stove, and we're about to cook a full chicken Alfredo meal. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be wonderful. But anyways, onto this knife. This is the Harbor Freight Survivor knife. When I bought it, I had a Survivor knife when I was a kid. I got it at some trade show or flea market or something like that, and it was a piece of junk. This thing is heavy, it is sharp, and it is actually a pretty nice knife for, you know, what you pay for it. I think it's like $10 or something like that. I don't even know. It's really cheap. But it's got a really sharp knife. It's a perfect camping knife. And as all sort of Survivor knives do, The backside unscrews and it's got a little compass in it, and it's got a little pack of survival stuff. It's got some matches. It's got a little sewing kit just in case you need to sew something. It's got some fishing line and fishing hooks in it, and it's just a nice little survival knife. And it's a great camping knife. The thing with survival knives, though, if any of y'all are knife aficionados, the blade stops right here, so you probably couldn't put like a lot of prying pressure on it. And obviously it's because they need the hollow handle to fit all the extra gear in it. But other than that, I mean, it's solid. It's thick, it's solid, it doesn't wibble wobble or anything like that. It's a solid knife. Other things that we're using today, using the Harbor Freight machete. This thing is dangerous, and I cut myself when I opened it, so be careful. There's a little cardboard sleeve in here. Trust me, you want to pull it out with it, because it covers up the serrated chop saw, basically, for cutting branches and things of that nature, helping you get firewood. Again, super sharp, pretty sturdy. The handle has some flex into it, but that's actually probably a good thing for a machete, as you're going to be swinging it. You want it to flex. You don't want stiffness, especially like if you're cutting a vine or something like that. You want to be able to follow through, and you want some of that energy to work itself out. If not, your machete is just going to snap in half on you. So the Harbor Freight machete is also great for dicing garlic. Not the greatest for cutting the garlic, but when you get into the dice, it's pretty good because you can just sit down and rock it, just like that. So Harbor Freight machete, good for dicing up garlic. And it's probably also good in the woods. Not really sure, but maybe we'll find out in the future. But as a cooking utensil, works pretty well. It's also long. You could use it for, you know, flipping burgers. It's got a pretty wide flat edge on the front part, so you could use it on your grill, flipping burgers. You want to just, you know, use a machete for something silly like that. We are using the Harbor Freight welding gloves, the least expensive ones they had. Side note, these things are super comfortable. So they are welding gloves, and although we haven't used them yet, you'll see that here in a minute, and they're welding gloves. They should provide good enough protection in the kitchen as well. And then we talked about the cast iron pots and pans. It's a 3-pack. It comes with like your little egg pan, your more egg pan, and then a lot of egg pan. That's how we determine how much stuff fits in stuff when it comes to pan sizes. They're solid, thick cast iron. They got a slight texture to them, but a rough, slight texture, but mostly smooth. And again, if you're cooking with cast iron, do not forget, fresh cast iron you need to season with oil, with butter, what have you. So, are we neon green yet?
We're good here, and we're pretty good there. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
It looks super tasty. I wouldn't know anything about if it tastes good yet or not.
Oh,
I didn't eat any yet, totally. For sure.
Have you eaten one yet?
I ate one.
Oh, is it good?
It's good.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and pull these off. Set these off to the side for a second. Also, by the way, yeah, if you want to go. Hold on, adjusting camera, people. The Harbor Freight bucket is awesome for hot water. Alright, so because these are new cast iron pans, the easiest way to overcome the stickiness is with way too much butter. Oh, I didn't bother to tell you how much to put in for ingredients. So the ingredients for this are super simple because I hate measuring cups. It is 1 full stick of butter, half a tub of Parmesan cheese, 2 full tubs of heavy cream, and however much chicken you want. And then for the, yeah, this is how you gain weight. And then for the garlic, I do 1 whole clove, but you can really do whatever you want.
Oh my god.
And I know it looks like I just threw 2 sticks of butter in there, but I did not. These are cute little
It was
sticks.
only 1 whole stick of butter.
Yeah. Well, you need the whole stick of butter
Right.
for science reasons, really.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then what you want to do first is you want to, get your garlic in there first to give it just a little time to start getting the oils out of the clove and making all the butter taste like garlic. I have made a mistake. Oh, also, Harbor Freight gloves. Great for when you're working with chicken. Did you bring more?
Yep, put it on.
Where are they?
Okay. Oh, they're under the broccoli.
Oh.
Ooh, it smells good.
You want to turn your heat down a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah, so when you're roasting your garlic in a metal pan with some butter, you want medium-high heat. Nothing crazy. You don't want to burn your garlic. Alright, that's good. There we go. And then with the chicken, you just want it white through and through, maybe a little brown on the outside. That butter is going to give it a nice coating and will help it brown just a little bit. Ooh, we've made a mistake.
What was our mistake?
We don't have anywhere to put the broccoli. Oh. By the way, the Harbor Freight cutting board pack comes with 2 cutting boards, a small one and a large one.
What are you about to do?
About to put the broccoli on the cutting board because we're going to need the colander to drain the noodles.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to do this very haphazardly.
Nice.
Bam, look at that professionalism.
I would go ahead and put that up there because that's how we're
Yes.
going to drain the noodles. And pull it kind of close to us. Nothing crazy, just toss.
There we go. And then,
Want me to go and do it?
no, not yet.
Okay.
That'll be our last step. And then a dash of salt. I feel bad for y'all right now that y'all can't smell this.
It smells so good.
Wait.
What? Is it 2 salts and not a pepper?
Alright, so we weren't looking when we were at the store. We bought a 2-pack thinking it was salt and pepper. They're both salt. So, we're just not having pepper in ours.
I mean, it basically ruins the entire meal.
Yeah, no,
It really does.
This whole video is just shot.
Yeah.
I guess we can show, us throwing stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, pepper really is the key ingredient to all meals. And if you don't have pepper, all of this food is basically trash, and we're going to have to throw it away.
Yep.
Feed it to the squirrels.
You want me to go get pepper?
Nah. Unless you want some.
I really want to go get pepper.
Alright.
I don't know what y'all thinking about, but everything y'all said was true.
Okay, so let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start getting the Alfredo sauce going.
Okay.
Let's switch.
Well, you're going to want to grab those gloves if we're going to move this.
Yes.
So you want me to go ahead and drain this?
Not yet.
Okay.
Alright, move that over.
Am I cutting it back off? Am I cutting this one off?
Yeah, cut that one on.
Oh, yeah, not. There we go.
There we go. And then, yeah, do you want to drain that? Sorry, I'm nervous on camera, man.
Oh. Just a couple of drops. We're good. Here you go.
Nah, put it right there.
There you go.
Okay, so for the Alfredo sauce, 2 things of heavy cream. Now with the heavy cream, you can pour it into a warm pot. Do not pour it into a hot pot. Don't know if y'all have ever seen what happens to milk when you boil it. or if it gets too hot,
What happens?
it curdles.
Immediately?
No, not immediately, but it does make it quite disgusting. Burnt
Nice.
milk tastes disgusting. Now we will want to bring this up to temperature and froth it. Pepper
Nice
from the
catch.
backside. Alright, and nice little shaker of pepper. Yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
a lot of pepper.
That's not a lot of pepper, it's a lot of chicken.
Okay.
And the heavy cream levels everything out. Alright, so low to medium heat. Did it stop recording? I wonder what time it stopped recording. Guys, look, this is our Freight review. You know we don't plan anything. Low to medium heat on your heavy cream. And you just want to bring it up to temperature. Right when it starts to bubble, it will froth, like, with a cappuccino. So, froth your milk. But the second it starts to froth, cut your heat down to low. You don't want the entire thing turning to froth. You just want to release some of the excess
Cut
water.
the heat on this off.
Yeah, we're pretty much down there.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
gonna let the pan keep cooking it.
And then, very simply, wait for about 2 minutes for your milk to froth.
You know what? It's almost like I said we should dip the noodles like 2 or 3 minutes before we did or something.
Do what?
I don't know, man. I just offered like to go ahead and do that and go on to the next thing like earlier.
Well, I was
But we
talking-
just kind of looked at the chicken, you know.
And I forgot what I was doing.
Mhm.
You won't believe this, but I'll be a professional chef when, what?
Your buddy Greg.
Oh. We should have been doing this live. Alright guys, next time we cook, we're doing this live.
Look over there.
What? Dude, don't eat the chicken!
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is for presentation purposes. Is it good?
Mhm.
Is it really good?
Mhm.
Okay. Actually, wait, no, go ahead and take that chicken out. Because we need to make our roux. No. Oh, here's our plates. Here, stick it on a plate. Leave the butter.
Okay.
Use the tongs.
Yes.
Alright, so, one of the reasons we were using so much butter wasn't actually to cook the chicken. We were getting the garlic oil to blend in with that butter, and we were going to be making a roux. Roux is just for thickening sauce. All it is butter and flour. And to make it, melted butter, fresh flour, mix it together until it becomes a thick-ish paste, and we'll show you hopefully on one of these cameras.
I can't wait till we can live stream stuff like this, and they have the technology to let you smell what we smell. That'll be pretty awesome for cooking shows.
Pretty awesome indeed. Do we have a stir for this? Can I use this?
I mean, it's got garlic and butter and chicken on it.
Hey, you know what? It all mixes together.
Well, okay.
We are using the Twin 2-inch. What are these things for?
You said it was a putty.
Yeah, putty knife. Thank you.
Putty.
I don't work drywall, man.
No way.
So the milk is starting to
Hey.
froth.
This right here. This is hot. Or you want this over by the broccoli?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Then Parmesan cheese. You can use Parmesan. You can do a 50-50 mix of Parmesan and Romano. It's whatever floats your boat. Not mozzarella though. Not cheddar. And like literally, the more the merrier.
I'm gonna leave these over here for if we need to
Okay.
get this pretty quickly.
And you just want that to melt. Wait, where's my assistant chef? You need to be making a roux.
What am I doing?
Alright, take a spatula.
Take spatula.
You need a little bit of heat.
There we go.
And then mix as I pour. little bit of heat.
That sound is really annoying.
Okay.
If you said chicken, I might have tried it.
Hot freaking plate.
Dude, it's cast iron, Mike.
Welding gloves.
Yes, can I
We
have
literally, not even a whole minute ago, I said, I'm putting this here for the cast iron. Here, you do it. You bonehead.
Well, you know, cast
No.
iron hot, guys. Okay, so now we got our roux. Should look something like that. Just go ahead and scrape it in. Don't look hugely appetizing as a roux, but
It looks hugely appetizing if it was applesauce. Enough, you think?
yeah, should be.
Yep, let's trade. Well, actually, I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Put that there.
There you go.
There.
Dude, I keep almost grabbing it.
And then you just mix your roux in, and that's where you're going to get all your garlic flavor and your butter flavor.
Will we
from.
need this again?
No, we will not need that
Okay,
again.
let me just get it out of the way.
Now, all you want to do is for about 5 minutes, you just gotta stir this. Keeping on some low heat and letting the moisture come out of that heavy cream.
While you do that, I'm gonna repackage knives and machetes and stuff.
And actually, for this, just to make it go quicker, all the Parmesan. Because you can never have too much Parmesan in your chicken Alfredo. Yes. See, because Parmesan is a dry cheese, so it's going to start absorbing the oils and moisture out of the heavy cream and that butter that we just put in there, and make for a nice thick sauce. Oh man, the Quinn 2-inch putty knife sits perfect right on the side of the pot there. You got a plate? Cool.
Does that look like enough chicken and broccoli?
Yeah, it looks like enough chicken and broccoli.
Okay, and the rest goes in there. Oh no, a piece of chicken got wasted.
Says you.
Parsley. Hey, parsley. Parsley!
Come on, parsley.
Do your job, parsley. Get in the bucket. Okay. Did you just steal the chicken?
It fell on the floor, man.
Guys, we are trying to make a quality video here.
Dude, 5-second rule. I had to save it.
It was actually on the table. He's not lying about that part.
Broccoli. Put it in the bucket, not on the floor.
Here we go.
Here,
None.
take the rolling glove.
You know, I'm getting you're talking a lot of junk. I feel like this junk is not being weighed out evenly. I'm gonna replace my gloves. They're getting dirty.
Oh man, this looks good.
It does look.
Is
pretty
this thing still working?
Yes.
Okay. And then, lastly, put our noodles in. And just mix it all together. And there you have it.
Now, if you're ever filming your videos, make sure to have a camera in the back to see the 3 noodles that Mike dropped.
Hey, I did drop some noodles. At least I'm not like picking in my pots, trying to get some foods.
Hey man, how would we have known if it was tasting right along the process? Chefs always try their food. Don't forget to tell them that.
Yeah, that is true. Chefs do always try their food. Alright, so if you want to do something fancy, and this isn't all that fancy, we're using plastic cookware. But a good way to plate Alfredo, could I have a napkin please? Is to
Here you go.
actually place your fresh ingredients on top in a nice displayable manner, like so.
You might want to show it to this camera as well.
I will do so. So you get the nice colors of everything. And then wipe down your plate. Stop eating the food. And where's my parsley? Oh, parsley is a great garnish. You just a little sprinkle right on the noodles, maybe a little bit on there, and then bam, you have a nice presentable plate. Oh wait, and bam, there, you have a nice presentable plate, and you'll impress all your friends. So yeah, there you got it. Cooking in the shop, making chicken Alfredo for the team.
Using tongs from Harbor Freight, the Quinn, this or another.
No,
just
stop it.
Name each thing.
Tongs came from the grocery store because Harbor Freight didn't have tongs, and we didn't want to use a pair of needle nose pliers because that seemed excessive. Which now looking at what we've done, probably would have fit right in.
Yeah.
So yeah, so cast iron pots and pans, Quinn spatula / putty knife, Harbor Freight survival Rambo knife, machete, cutting boards, all this stuff's from Harbor Freight.
Broccoli grown right in the sandpaper section.
Right in the sand, but we harvested it ourselves right out of the sandpaper section, and the chicken was in the back. We just
Found a chicken.
found a chicken.
He was walking around.
Yeah, and so it works. So there you have it, chicken Alfredo in the shop. See you next time, guys.